Let's talk about discipline referrals. When you write a discipline referral, basically at this point, everyone has lost. The relationship with the student is going to be tenuous at best, at least for a little while. But I'll talk to you about some things you can do to help restore that a little bit and soften the blow. But the best answer for a discipline referral is to prevent one from even happening. You should have already contacted the parents in most cases. You should have probably talked to administration about potential strategies. You should have read through different classroom discipline tips, done everything you can do to prevent it because very rarely do you have situations where you can't see a discipline referral beginning to occur. And usually those things can be stopped with a parent phone call, a conversation with administration, a conversation with the student. There should be a bunch of things documented before you get to the point where you have a discipline referral. But there comes a time when there is a proper time to write a discipline referral. And sometimes you do get caught off guard with things where it just came out of the blue. Somebody is just acting completely inappropriately or does something that's a safety violation that needs to be handled immediately. So I'm going to talk to you about some things you should do in that particular case. The things I've done over the course of my 25-year career that have served me well. Over the last 25 years, I've developed a reputation for not writing referrals. Typically, I'll write 3 to 5 referrals a year, if that. And I've had several years where I've written no referrals, believe it or not. And that's powerful. What that means is that when administration gets a referral from me, they take it very, very seriously. And they have a lot of leeway with the discipline consequences grid as to how they're going to handle a situation. So when I write them up, it's almost automatically ISS and potentially OSS for whatever infraction these students have committed. So you want to develop that reputation. Conversely, there are some teachers who have reputations where they write up 2 or 3 or 5 students a week. If you're doing that and you send them down to administration, administration will typically roll their eyes and be like, okay, that teacher's at it again, here they come. So, and you don't want that reputation because you're going to get frustrated because the administration is going to dole out lesser consequences somewhere on the grid. So keep that in the back of your mind. That reputation is carried into the community to where sometimes I have parents who have multiple children in the school, and the current student has brothers and sisters who have come through. And when I write somebody up, the parent would be like, "You got written up by Mr. Cole. What is your problem?" And that's a powerful reputation also. I'm going to spend a whole PowerPoint or film session talking about your teacher rep because that's important. It's something people don't really talk about too much. All right, next you should know that discipline referrals are a legal document. What does that mean? That means don't do it in pencil, don't do it in red pen, do it in black or blue pen when you're filling out the referral. You want to fill it out in blue or black ink. And if you're upset when you're writing it, you might want to rewrite the referral. There's been plenty of times where I've rewritten a referral 2 or 3 times until I get calm enough to where I can write nice and clearly. If a student uses inappropriate language, write down exactly what he or she said. If they dropped the F-bomb multiple times on the way out telling you what to do with yourself, write it down. Write it all down. Also, make note of 2 or 3 witnesses who can talk to the situation should administration want to talk to anybody to verify that it happened. Now, again, the administration is not saying that you're lying, they believe you, but when the parents call them and it's your word versus a student's word, it's always nice to have a few witnesses to discuss it. Same thing with inappropriate acts. Write down exactly in as much detail as you possibly can. Again, this is a legal document that might end up in court. What the student did. Now be clinical. I know if a student drops the F-bomb 3 or 4 times on the way out, telling you what to do with yourself, that sometimes it gets a little heated and it's difficult to still be clinical. But if you can keep it from getting to that point, a lot of times, like for instance, a lot of times when I catch cheaters, That's not a personal thing. That's not directed towards me. Um, I'll simply tell them, look, you cheated, you violated a rule. I'm going to have to call your parent. You're going to get a 0. And this is the discipline grid. I'm going to put you on referral and send them down to the office. So, and I tell them, look, it's nothing personal. You're a kid. You made a mistake. You made a bad decision. It's strictly business. I have to do something about this because it's not fair to the other kids. A lot of times I reiterate with the students, this is not fair. If I let you get away with this, then I have to let the other students get away with that, and I can't set that example. So I tell them, if I put someone on referral, I'll explain to them why you're going on referral, and unless, of course, they drop the F-bomb on the way out. So I explain to them what they did, what the consequences are, and I keep it as clinical as I can. And then I tell them, I'll even tell them on the way out, I'll shake their hand and say, look, when this is processed, we'll put this behind us, start from scratch. And as far as I'm concerned, this is over. Let's move forward and keep the relationship. Sometimes what I will do, if referrals should not blindside you, usually you'll see them coming. And if I know there's a good chance some kids are going on referral on a particular day, I will go to administration and I will alert them the referral may be coming. And sometimes even better than that, if you want to start working on your teacher up a little bit, and you can use this as an opportunity to build rapport with the students instead of destroying rapport with the students, I will do it off the record. I will tell an administrator, and I have a wonderful relationship with my administrators. You have to maintain good relationships with admin for this to work. And I'll tell them, look, students X, Y, and Z may be coming to your office today. Here's what's going on. What I may do is just send them to your office without putting them on referral, and you can tell them what will happen if it happens again. Now, when the students return, I tell them, look, I could have put you on referral, you owe me one. And I will use it as an opportunity to build rapport instead of destroying the rapport. So again, I keep it clinical, and a lot of times I'll do it off the books and say, and alert administrator and say, look, such and such may be coming down to your office. When they get there, here's what's going on. All right, if you've learned anything from this, please like the video. Please consider subscribing. I've got a lot more videos with a lot more tips. I've got 25 years of experience to share. Welcome to Colster's Corner. Colster out.